streaming button. This way our feed shows up on YouTube. And then once it hits 4 p.m., I'll press the live button on YouTube's end.
Continue land tables. So
Okay.
we're not gonna transfer. Agree. We agree. Call it whatever you like. That password. Right? Continue.
Uh-huh.
All right. I'm gonna shut off this video. Now what I'm gonna do, Ricky, is I'm gonna open this. And volume off on my phone. Okay. I shut the volume off on my phone so it doesn't echo back through the dang TV.
Oh, don't worry. You're going to be fine, Ben.
Yeah, I just turned it off that way, you know, or turned off the phone volume so
I
it
know.
doesn't echo back.
By the way, on the desktop audio end where your feed is coming from, I got some filters on there to block out noise and stuff.
All right, good.
And I also got that same and I also got that same exact filter set up on my end too for my mic. This way we don't have any background noise.
Okay.
OBS is
Let me just get out a Rust desk.
Yeah.
So that way nothing wonky.
Yeah, I'm gonna cut Rust desks from my end too, at least until the stream is over. Oh, that's so much better. Now the CPU has gone down to 14%. Wonderful. That's what I want to see. Okay, that'll give OBS a little bit more juice to work with.
Right.
All right. So we got about 8 minutes. Oh wait.
It's 8 minutes, man.
Yeah, actually, YouTube is detecting that we are live. Actually, the live button's been pressed already.
You know what? Let's not worry about it. Let's just get rolling. I don't care.
Okay, let me just do one thing here. Put it to live chat. Okay, people, I think we're live. Everybody, it's Yu-Gi-Oh! Master 88. I got my partner in crime, Benny Boy, here.
Yo.
And today, folks, in basically celebration of Ubuntu 24.04's release, we are basically... hold on just a minute, folks. Hold on.
Yeah. 24.04 party. Okay, the MTG tray files. There we go. You just want. And those.
Okay, sorry about that. Family member was at the door. Anyway, in celebration of Ubuntu 24.04's release, we are going to be doing a live install of Ubuntu Unity 24.04 today.
Yeah.
But before we get started, house cleaning like usual. If you want to see more live streams just as much as we do, then smash that like button, ring-a-ding that notification bell, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.
And do the same for me, folks, with any future content that I might produce. Thank you.
Yes, I will include Ben's channel in the description bar below as well.
And also, folks, if you're wondering why the name for my channel has changed, it's to reflect all of those involved, past and present, with my with Ricky and I's Storm OS project.
Which, by the way, me and Ben want to say thanks to all of you who have been very patient with us. It's taking us a little bit while to get the LFS version and the Arch version of our distro up, but trust me, if you guys can be just patient a little bit longer, we will have ISOs. Just be patient with us,
Yeah,
please.
we're working on we're slowly, and I mean slowly, working on an alpha build to internally test for the oh god, I gotta kill my screen share, excuse me. Uh we are working on an internal build of the ISO for the LFS build, as well as a testing public version of the whatchamacallit, the um Arch one as
Mhm.
well. So keep your eyes peeled for those soon,
Yeah.
folks.
But anyway,
Yeah.
you all are here to see a live installation. So what I'm gonna do, like usual with my live streams, I'm gonna give it a 2-minute warning, and we will get started.
Exactly.
Just giving you all a heads up. The next Edo Pro Dual Night Plus Open Chat has been scheduled. It will be on April 30th at 4 p.m.
Yep.
And that is the final event for April. The first event for May will be the live installation for May, which I have made a final verdict on the live installation for May, and it's gonna be a really good one. The live install for May, folks, is basically we're going to be revisiting a previous distro that we live installed not long ago, but ever since it went to a new release model, I thought, why not revisit this distro again? So for May's live installation, we're revisiting Calculate Linux XFCE.
Here we go again. And Ricky, if I may make a suggestion this go around, my friend, I don't want us to have to spend the whole 4 or so hours going through all that crap again. So if I may make we should probably ahead of the show test the live ISO before we actually install it live.
Yeah, what we're gonna do, folks, is we're gonna internally test the new release model schedules ISO, because what ended up happening is recently,
Yeah.
well, it would be better if I back this up a little bit so you all understand. Essentially,
Mm,
the way Calculate Linux worked beforehand is they would release an ISO every once in a while in the stable branch, but just recently they've announced that they are moving to a new release model schedule to where releases are going to be more frequently. Hence,
yeah.
they have made the nightly builds the new
Mainstream release.
mainstream
Yeah.
release, which means
Yeah.
Calculate is going to be releasing a lot more frequently. So this way, each ISO gets the latest updates, the latest packages, and in my opinion, it's going to be all for the better.
Yeah. And folks, given I'm going to be on these monthly live installs more frequently, Ricky and I talked about it, and what we're going to do going forward probably is not only is he going to install the distro, but I'm going to also, whether it's in a VM or whatever, in the background. And folks, uh, another live install we want to touch on is we haven't come across anything for June, but for July, my yearly birthday install, as most would call it. Shit, is we are going to be doing, as promised, a Hackintosh virtual machine, but uh, I did test this earlier myself. Uh, we are going to be doing it in KVM QEMU, because here's the thing, guys. VirtualBox doesn't play well with Mac OS. It doesn't play well with, VMware. I mean, there have been folks who've gotten it working, but for simplicity and for Ricky's sake of not having a compatible or free machine to run it with, we are going to be pretty much
Hmm.
going about this in a KVM scenario, so that way he can, I guess, hopefully get GPU pass through working, so he doesn't have poor graphics functionality. And
Hmm.
the reality is, folks, Mac OS, for the years it's been around, has continued, and all you Hackintoshes out there know this. He doesn't, but I'm reiterating the point. Mac OS has become a very 3D graphics intensive operating system. So, because of said uh thing, we are going to oh, well, either way, we are going to do this in KVM. That's how we're going to do it.
Yeah,
So, continue on then,
yeah.
Ricky.
Now, to add on to that, me and Ben did investigate my machines beforehand to see if it was possible to do it on bare metal. And unfortunately, with
Yeah.
how old all my machines are, it is virtually
It's just not going to
impossible.
work. Yeah, I
Because
mean, we would do it on a bare metal real install, guys, just so he can learn it. But, and maybe daily drive it. I don't know. It depends on his use case. But he can at least do that in a VM, because, it would be easier in his case.
Yeah,
And yeah, it's
yeah,
just.
yeah. A lot of for those who don't know, the hardware that I have in this very room alone is basically like 2017 and backwards, and most of the hardware in this room is dual core processors, and the graphics on
Mm,
a lot of these machines is very old, so it's virtually impossible to do bare
for him
metal.
to run a for him to run a bare metal
It's,
Hackintosh. I mean, no
but
offense to anybody, it's just how it is.
But the good news, though, is that
Mhm.
KVM, through our research, has been known to play very nice with Mac OS. So it's going to be really interesting to see how this turns out.
Yeah, I am very excited for this
Yeah.
soon birthday live install,
Hmm.
as much as all of us.
Yep. But
Now,
but anyway, folks, the 2 minutes has officially expired now. So what do you all say we get to the live install, shall we?
oh yeah, by the way, Ricky, speaking of the live install party here, uh, I am booted into the installer and into the live ISO, whatever you want to call it. I'm not going to install it yet, but because I have another commitment I'm doing with one of my friends. But
Uh-huh.
long story short, I booted it up. It shows that the hold on a second, that the what is it? It looks to be the Calamari's installer on Unity. I don't know.
Well, we're about to find out. Okay,
The
so all right,
so,
so as you all can see here, I got good old GNOME boxes up. I would use VirtualBox, but VirtualBox lately, for some unknown reason, since the last update, it has been a little unstable. So I decided, you know what? Let's go for more of a KVM approach this time around and use GNOME boxes.
right, and
At least
I'm
until VirtualBox fixes itself.
yeah, that's
Anyway,
probably for the best.
But anyway, enough of my rambling. So what
Enough of
so
my
what you all
rambling
see
too.
here is we got the live installer. Yep, perfect. All right, so we're still going. Good. Anyway, we're in the live CD, folks. This is basically what you get when you boot the live CD in either a virtual machine or a USB drive, or if you do prefer to do it the old-fashioned way by burning it to a CD or a DVD. So what we're going to do is we're going to click the installer here. Ben says it's Calamaris. Usually it's the...
It's the Flutter installer
Oh,
by
wait
what?
a minute. It is
What is it, Ricky?
It is Calamaris.
Oh wow, they made it look sexy. Holy cow.
Wow.
Well, they did a heck of a job with calamaris. Holy cow.
Okay, so what we're going to do
Well,
is...
it looks like Ubuntu's going into a calamari's situation on some of their ISOs here.
Yep. So what we're going to do is, for the sake of time, we're going to hit the minimal installation. And right
Oh, you
now...
can add third-party apps. Hot dang.
Yeah.
Uh,
So, and then we're also going to click download and install updates following
Download
installation,
and
which will
install
save
update.
time. And
I
what we're going
always
to
do that
do is
because
erase the disk, swap to ext4 like usual, yada, yada, yada. And then we're going to put in my name, and as always, use the super secret password that is not 1234.
yeah, we don't want to be giving away the password.
Exactly. All right, and we click it. And oh, they got some more pictures and more artwork here. Okay, Rudra, I'm really liking this so far. You've themed Calamaris really well. Good job, young
Yeah.
sir.
I mean, for a young guy, he's doing a very, very good job.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the kid's doing like, I'm impressed.
I mean, he does work on this project. He also does work on many other projects. I don't know how many to count.
Nor do I.
Yep. Okay, but as
Mm,
you can see,
I mean,
folks...
you gotta give the little guy credit. I mean,
Mm,
he's doing a wonderful thing for the community by keeping this distro alive
well, keeping
and
the...
this stuff
keeping...
and the Unity environment. Yeah,
Mm-hmm. And
I
also,
mean,
if you all go to his website, you can find the link to the Ubuntu Unity ISO, which I will include all the information for the Ubuntu Unity team site in the description bar below. So if you want to try the ISO for yourself, you can go there. There's also a testing ISO, folks, for the Lamari desktop environment, which is used for the Ubuntu Touch mobile system. It's been reconfigured for desktop use. So if you want to try that out, you know, to give Rudra and the team some feedback for the Lamari project as well, feel free to. Um,
yeah.
but no, this folks is just the typical Calamaris installer. You know it, you love it, you can't get enough of it. You see it on many different distros: Ubuntu, Debian, Arch, Fedora, so on and so forth. Just a heads up, folks, about Calamaris. It recently got updated to 3.3.6. I don't know what version of Calamaris this is, but this is most likely 3.3.6, because...
Vicky, there is an about button you can hit there. If you want.
It where?
About underneath the installer list, there, the buttons list.
Okay, it's 3.3.5. Okay, so it's one version behind.
Yeah,
That's
it's
fine.
one release old. Who cares?
That's fine. Okay, so
Yeah,
what we're gonna do is just let that sit there. Let me check OBS. Okay, OBS is still fine. No lag or anything. All I gotta say, folks, is ever since I got this 16 GB RAM upgrade in this MacBook here, OBS has not really lagged for me hardly often anymore, and I think that's really good. That's nice.
it's amazing what a RAM can do for people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, if I may just make the announcement right now, besides there being a whole bunch of releases of Ubuntu related, I just want to let you all know that not long ago, the wonderful Arch-based distribution Endeavor OS also did a release as well. They pretty much made some enhancements to their ISO to make it, you know, just a little bit more new user friendly. So if you all want to try out Endeavor OS, you can just go to their site, download the ISO, test their ISO, and if you need to give them feedback, feel free to. It's a wonderful Arch-based distro, and it's essentially, folks, a love letter to the people, to basically those who used and tried the old Intergos distro from many years ago. It basically, Endeavor OS is made by pretty much some of the same people who made the old Intergos distribution. So if you've used Intergos from way back in the day, you'll feel right at home at Endeavor OS. It's a wonderful distro. So. Okay. Is your connection holding up okay, Ben?
Yeah,
Uh,
it's oh, I got package updates. Hmm.
okay. We're gonna do, let me check OBS again just to be sure. Okay, 14%. That's good. That's nice. Okay, so
Mhm.
Calamaris is configuring the locales. That is fine. Okay,
Yep.
now it's gonna do all this. Creating the init ramfs. Let me check the live stream here. Okay, so live stream is fine. Live stream is good. Nice. So what I want to do is there we go.
That's ext.
Okay, now we're up to Grub, so it's installing the bootloader, running shell processes. And just letting you know, folks, beforehand, I gave this virtual machine 6 gigs of my 16 gigabytes of RAM, and I also gave it 40 gigabytes of hard drive space. So Unity should have enough to play around with, even though this is a minimal installation. It shouldn't matter that much.
Yeah.
But no, folks. I mean, the Unity desktop environment to me is one of my favorite environments of all time. It's beautiful. It's easy to get used to. It's really easy to get used to if you're coming from Mac OS, because Unity in a way feels like Mac OS. I mean, you got your panel up top
The
and you got your dock. It's has it.
Yeah, the good thing about the Unity sidebar is you can easily turn it into a dock if you put it on the bottom of the screen.
Mhm.
And
Exactly.
that's something they did introduce in 20 in 1604 way back in the day.
Mhm.
So, if you want your dock on the bottom, just like a Mac, it can do that. And plus the fact you don't have to do a whole lot of work to it to do that,
Mhm.
make it look like a Mac, because it's already got the buttons, the panel buttons on the side and all that sort of stuff. So,
Exactly. Exactly. Uh,
yeah.
Okay, let me.
So there's not really a big deal going into that. So.
Yeah, I'm just.
And I mean, Unity, as far as I'm concerned, is a very well developed desktop environment, and I've always had good respect for it and that. And so, anyway, Ricky, a quick notice about our LFS project.
Yeah.
I just finished Bootstrap 2 on it, and I'm now extracted it to one of my drives, and I'm now SSH or rooting into the thing.
Okay, so it's on you. It's on your system, right?
For now, yes.
Okay, that's what I
And
thought.
yeah, now I need to. But yeah,
Okay, let me just check the LFS on my system. Yeah, it's still going. I had a feeling.
it's going to be for a little bit
Yeah,
because
yeah.
here's the thing, guys. We're both installing this thing. We're both installing Linux from scratch together. So how long? Ricky again has lower end hardware than I
Mm-hmm.
do. So
Yep.
sadly, my install finished it faster than his did. But even he would agree to this. It's not a race. We're just helping each other out.
Exactly. Now, okay, so Calamars is now done. So what we're going to do, folks, is we are going to press the done button, and we are going to essentially reboot into the actual system now. Okay, so what we're going to do, folks, is we're basically, normally I would remove installate. Actually, I think it'll just root off automatically if press enter. Let's try that. Okay, so right now we're back here. So what I want to do, first and foremost, is I want to go to Preferences. I want to see if it did remove the ISO. I don't know, it did not. So we'll just manually remove it. Then what I want to do is force shutdown and then go back in. All right. So what it's doing now, folks, is now we're gonna boot into Ubuntu 24.04. And there we go. Perfect. So now we put in that password we made at the beginning of the stream here. So now we just wait.
Yep.
Give it a,
Now we just need for it to begin. And folks, the way the latency is, you're gonna notice a little slowness between us and the stream, but
okay.
all right.
Okay, so it needs me to log in again. Don't worry, folks. It's gonna be fine. Go get in
It's
here.
a light DM bug that's been going around for a little while. I don't have a good answer for it. Again, guys, light DM has a bug that has never really gone away.
And there we go, folks. We are now in Ubuntu Unity 24.04. So as you can see, we got this lovely little wallpaper right here, and I love this wallpaper. It's a really nice wallpaper.
Ricky,
Uh,
are you sure? Oh wait, did you forget to remove the ISO before rebooting?
hold on.
I just want to point. Yeah, sorry.
Let me go here, go here. Oh.
I
Don't worry, folks. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. What we gotta do is we gotta force shut it down again. Then we go back in it. The thing about GNOME boxes is unlike VirtualBox, folks, is
Yep.
it doesn't eject the ISO, automatically. It just doesn't happen like that. Okay,
Yeah, but it does have better hardware support. I'll give it that.
it does. Okay, so now we gotta get past the light DM bug again, but that's okay. It's fine.
Yeah, it's okay. LFS. Oh, Ricky, one thing about our LFS I want to bring your attention to. We have to reinstall Pam and all that once we get logged in. Just Pam and Shadow and it should be fine. Oh, that's just a bug we're gonna have to squash when you
Okay,
get done. So
that's fine.
yeah, so go ahead.
Okay, now we're just waiting for the Unity desktop environment to come back up.
Just- All right, all right. There's my okay, so I don't even know.
Weird. It's not coming up for some reason. Okay, here's what we're gonna have to do, folks. We're gonna have to
Freaking Ubuntu.
go back out or shut down. Gotta make sure that the ISO didn't put itself back. And for some reason, it decided to put itself back on it. Oh well, that's fine. Okay, so go back in. Don't worry, we'll get past these technical difficulties. It's no problem.
Sometimes you just have to keep screwing with it, guys. That's all you really do about it.
Exactly.
Obviously.
Eventually, we'll get into the system. It's just gonna take a little bit.
It's just a matter of time, folks. Like, again, guys, this is a brand new release. Think we're in the thing here, but don't hold me to that, folks. Mhm. Hmm. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. It should have loaded in by now, like really.
Yeah. Wait. Hold on. Something's going on.
Yeah. I have
There we go. Hey, what's going on here? Application iBus preferences have closed unexpectedly. Oh, don't worry about that. I said don't worry about that. Okay, fine. Send. Thank you.
don't yeah.
Okay, so now we're actually inside the thing, folks. So now we can get to the review of the environment. So as you can see, it's a little glitched out, but don't worry, everything is fine. So what we're gonna do here is I'm gonna leave the theming and stuff the way it is, but I will open up the thing here. So when it comes to applications, I mean we got help. I mean we got home. Here's all the applications we
Uh,
got, folks. So okay, so we got your drivers, you got your configuration, appearance, Bluetooth, brightness unlock, character map. You got your colors, settings, you got GNOME disks. You got the
dang, this is minimal as all get out.
oh, he put in the Mate calculator. That's interesting. Okay.
Oh gosh, there goes the doctor, guys. Hold on.
It's okay. It's fine. Okay, and then basically we have the Unity tweak tool. There's Xterm. You got your Wacom tablet support. You got your startup disk creator. We got a terminal here. Let's get the terminal going. Okay, so what I think we should do here is we need to do a uname hyphen A And as you all could see, I mean, we're running basically the Linux kernel 6.8.10.0 generic LTS kernel. So we got that. So now what I want to do is let's do a sudo apt update. Enter my password. See how far. See if Okay, let's do it. Let's do this just in case, just to be totally sure that it's fully updated. Yep, we're updated. Nice. Okay, so it is fully updated. Nice. So, I think what we're going to do, folks, is we're just going to open up system settings. Okay, so what I want to do is do this and open this up. Perfect. All right, so we got our drivers are working. So what I want to do, folks, is got all settings, so I want to go to appearance. So right now, folks, we have basically the default theme and color. We got all this. Right now we're on a purple Yaru dark. We're also essentially on a Yaru dark theme for the theming as well. The launcher size, I mean, to me, I mean, the launcher's fine. The launcher size is 44, but I think what I want to do is put it down to 34, just to make it a little bit smaller. There we go. And then right now we're on the wallpaper, but I want to leave the wallpaper right where it is. And then right here at behavior, folks, I mean, you can auto hide the launcher if you want. I prefer not to do so.
Yeah.
What the other things you could do is you can enable workspaces. You can add you can add show desktop icon to the taskbar. You can change your visual effects here. You can do all that. Go back
Yeah.
to settings here. We can go into security and privacy. So this right here, you can get all your, you can do some, look at your diagnostics options here, search options, file and option, applications, sorry. You also got your security options. This is text entry, language support. You can adjust your brightness and your lock settings from right here, which is really nice. You can also adjust Bluetooth.
In.
You can also adjust Bluetooth through here if you need to adjust Bluetooth. Got your color, displays, keyboard. Um, Mouse and touchpad you can adjust through here as well if you need to do that. Huh. Interesting. And the settings panel crashed for some reason.
Yeah, that ain't good.
Well, you know, that's to be expected, folks. I mean, this is the initial release, so expect a little buggy
Yeah.
now.
Again, like our buddy Broken Eames, our buddy Steve said,
Mm-hmm.
you know, maybe with some updates in a couple months' time or maybe less, it'll get better.
But anyway,
I mean, these glitches and things, this is a day one or day one, day two release, so it's not perfect yet.
yep. Now, here's your mouse and touchpad settings, folks. You can adjust all that here. You got your network. You got the power settings here, which you can adjust that over here. And then even though you can't see that very well, you got several other options down here. So what we got here is we got our overview information. This is running 6 gigs of RAM. This is on an Intel Core i7. This is also run. This is also um. This also has 40 gigabytes of space, as well as it's 64-bit, and it also
Yeah.
has graphics through LLVM pipe. Right
Yeah.
here you can adjust your default apps. You can also adjust the removable media options. Right over here, you also got your sharing options. Right
Yeah.
down here, oh, here we go. Software and updates. This right here, folks, you can adjust all this. This allows you to adjust your repositories, other software updates, authorization, your developer options. You can also adjust your. You can also enable Ubuntu Pro if you're like in a server, IT, or enterprise environment. You can also go to additional drivers here, and it'll detect whether you need drivers or not. Since we're running a virtual machine, no need for that.
Yeah. Now that's good for those of you who might have a Broadcom Wi-Fi card, an
Hmm.
NVIDIA graphics card,
Hmm.
something along those lines, or maybe I don't know, any basically any proprietary graphics or Wi-Fi or whatever it may be.
Hmm.
That's there to help you guys out.
Exactly. Which, for NVIDIA users who are planning to use this distro, I recommend you get the proprietary NVIDIA driver. This way you can get the most support.
Yeah. And also, folks, that uh what the heck is it? That additional drivers utility is helpful for if you're like me and have a AMD plus NVIDIA or an Intel plus NVIDIA Optimus graphics problem.
Now, the next thing we can look at as well is this option here. This is your time and date options. You can adjust that to the time zone of your preference. Right over
Mhm.
here, you can adjust universal access controls. So this is good. Like these all are like basically accessibility settings. So, say, if you have typing difficulties, hearing, speech, eyesight problems, you can adjust all that here in order to tailor the system to how you want it to be.
Yeah.
And then we get to the final option in the menu here. This is your user account option. Right now I'm under an administrator account, but you can add as many accounts to this as you like. Say you have a big family and you want to customize each account for said family member, you can do that. It's that easy. So that's pretty much the settings in general. The next thing I do want to go over with this is basically some of the aspects of the panel.
Yep.
Right up here, you got your clock here, which you can get your calendar information, your time, your date, everything through here. You also got your volume area, which I want to quickly bring that up. So basically, you can have your volume adjusted through here, and say once again, if you have hearing issues, you can click allow louder than 100, and you can adjust it. This way, you can hear sounds better. So that's pretty much the sounds area. Right up here is your network manager. Right now we're on a wired connection, but well, it's not really a wired connection, folks. It's a bridged adapter connection, but you know what I mean. You can also adjust VPN connections, like say if you have a VPN, like private internet access, Surfshark,
Yeah.
any one of them, you can adjust them from here. You also there's also connection information here. You can look at that. You can also edit your connections here as well. Right here, this is your notification area. Notifications will appear here. If you click settings, you can adjust the indicator notification settings to your liking. Right down here is your trash bin. If you click it, basically, it'll bring up your trash folder. All Linux distros have this, and for Ubuntu Unity, it is very easy to operate. Say you have stuff you don't need in here, you click the empty trash button, you're all set. And the next thing is I want to highlight some of the software here. I mean, I know I highlighted some earlier, but for those who are coming in the stream, I think it'd be best if I did it again. So for software, I mean, you have additional drivers, advanced configuration, appearance, Bluetooth, brightness and lock, character map, color, details. We got the GNOME disk utility right there. You got the Mate image viewer. You also got file roller, files. You also got some configuration tools there. You also got the Mate calculator. You also have Mosic set up if you want to set up Mosic. You also got your passwords and keys. You also got the Pluma text editor, one of my favorite text editors of all time. You also got your printer area here, screenshot. You got your terminal, your startup disk creator if you want to make USBs. You got your startup applications, sound, software and updates, software updater, your shutdown button, sharing, security and privacy. You got your text info, text entry, time, date. This is the Unity Tweak tool, which I want to demonstrate this tool to you all. So this allows you to adjust the Unity desktop to your liking. So we'll just go to the launcher here. And what we can do is, the cool thing about the Unity Tweak tool, folks, is we can take our launcher here and place it on the bottom. Now you pretty much, folks, have a Mac OS style layout. So if anybody's coming from Mac OS, you'll feel right at home in Unity, because all you got to do is go for the Unity Tweak tool, put the dock on the bottom, and it's just like running Mac OS. It's just that good.
Yeah.
Now you can also adjust your search options, your panel options, switcher options, additional options if you need. You can even execute a command. This gives you a key binding for that too. You also got right here window manager options. You can adjust hot corners, additional settings, general workspaces, window spread, window snapping. You also got your theming options, icons, cursors, fonts, and you got your system options right down here. So that's pretty much the Unity Tweak tool. Next thing I want to cover is the Nautilus File Manager, which looks exceptionally amazing this time around. This is the newest version of the Nautilus File Manager that is included with GNOME 46. And how do you know that it's Nautilus? Because its original name is called Files. That's its original. Oh wait, never mind. I thought this was Nautilus. This is not
Nemo.
It's Nemo. I apologize, folks. Nautilus looks a little bit like this, but I had a hard time telling if it was a Nautilus or something else. I apologize, folks. But this is the Nemo file manager. This is one of my favorite file managers of all time. It is the file manager that is most commonly used in one of my favorite distros of all time, Linux Mint. So that's pretty much that. And you can basically adjust how you basically have your file manager look. You can press this button, which gives you a list view. You have an icon view. You have a search option here. Another thing that you can do as well is if you hit Control H, you can open up hidden files, which is that simple. I like Nemo a lot. I mean, I also like Nautilus, but I like Nemo a bit more because Nemo reminds me so much of the file manager that Windows 7 uses. So if you guys used Windows 7 back in the day, you know exactly where I'm coming from. Because
Yeah.
just like the Windows 7 file system, you got this pretty much the same exact layout. You got your documents, music, pictures, videos, downloads, everything. So that's pretty much the Nemo file manager. The next thing that I want to basically tackle on, if I can get down to the bottom here, thank you. So the next thing I want to pretty much tackle on is what basically the printer area looks like. So you click
Mhm.
that button. This is basically your printer area. You can add printers here. It's very simple to use. You just click add and a list of printers should come up for you, and you just add which one you want to you just add which printer you want, and it'll also should pull in the drivers for said printer. So say for example, folks, if you got an HP printer, a Brother printer, list goes on and on.
Yeah, what
This
he's trying to say, folks, is that if there's a lot of different pair compatibility, it's down to you guys to figure that out.
Yeah. So that's pretty much how the
Anywho,
printer works. Another thing that I want to touch on as well. Let's see here. I want to touch on the GNOME disk utility. This is basically one of my favorite utilities in all of Linux. I mean,
yeah.
essentially, folks, this is basically one of your bread and butter applications. It's on every single distro known to man. It's very reliable. So I click on my drive here. This shows you how many partitions you have on said drive, what free space is available. Essentially right now, this is basically my Ubuntu Unity drive that you all see here. Now, if you click the little hamburger menu right here, you also can basically format your disk. You can also create and restore disk images. This is very useful. Like, say, if you have a USB flash drive in your machine, you can click Restore Image, and similar to Etcher or the DD command, for those who are a bit terminal savvy, it will allow you to burn ISOs to USB drives. It is just that good. It's amazing. So that's pretty much the functionalities of the GNOME disk utility and why this thing is one of my favorite applications. Now, the final thing that I want to touch on as well, and I usually like to do this, is we're going to open up the terminal here. So I need to know what terminal this is. And of course, it's the GNOME terminal. So one thing I like to do with my live installs is I like to end on a high note. So what we're going to do, folks, is we're going to do a sudo apt install, and we're going to install NeoFetch just to see what everything looks like. So we're just going to do that. Let the packages go in. And there we go, folks. So NeoFetch is installed. Now what we're going to do is Control L and put in NeoFetch. And voila, folks, this is what NeoFetch looks like in Ubuntu Unity 24.04. So as you all can see here, it gives you a lot of system stats here. It gives you the name of your operating system. It gives you basically what host it's running off of. In my case, it's a standard PC running KVM/QVMU or GNOME boxes. It gives you the latest kernel. It also gives
Hmm.
you your uptime. It also gives you the number of packages you have. It also gives you the latest version of Bash. It also gives you the latest screen resolution, which the resolution of this is 1280 by 702. It also gives you the current version of your desktop environment, which is Unity 7.7.0. And it also tells you what window manager that is running in the
Freeze.
background. And it so happens it's Compez, Ben.
Yeah. And one thing I want to briefly mention about Compass here, guys, is it is not as actively maintained as it once was back in the GNOME 2 in the old Unity original days. So yes, you can still use it, but it's not seeing as active development as it once did.
Exactly. I mean, most of the
So yeah, bear that in mind when you're going to test this operating system or use it.
now all
And if I may make one suggestion about uh, Compass, folks, if you do download Rudra here's distro, I highly, highly recommend installing the Compass Config Settings Manager app, because I mean, here's the thing about that. Thing about it is there's so many, and I mean, Ricky, I think you should look at this while you're in the video. I think it's worth looking at the Compass Config Settings Manager. This way, you guys can see that there's so many options within Compass that it's impossible for us to go through all the doggone ways to customize it. But I would like to look at that when we get to showing how to yeah, just go ahead. Comp is no, not hyphen config, just config. Comp is config settings manager.
oh
Yeah,
config
why don't we
setting.
just look for it in Synaptic if it's even in
Yeah.
here?
Let's just see if Synaptic is here. But before we get to that, though, the other thing that NeoFetch will also give you folks is your window manager theme, your icon theme, your GUI theme, your terminal. It also gives you some really helpful stats here at the bottom, folks. It tells you what your CPU is, your GPU, and the amount of RAM that you have. So that's pretty much how GNOME Terminal works in a nutshell with NeoFetch. But let's see about Synaptic here. Let's see if Synaptic's even here.
It should be. Okay.
And it's not.
So we'll
Okay.
have to install the.
Yeah, we're going to have to get it. So, good thing, though, is I know how to get it, folks. So,
Yeah.
sudo apt install Synaptic.
Yeah.
And there we go. And done. Okay, so we can exit out of there. And now, if we type in package, come on, Mr. Virtual Machine, don't start lagging on me, come on.
It shouldn't be.
It froze up a little bit. It'll catch up in a minute.
Give it a minute. Give it a minute. Now,
Oh,
folks, one other thing while we're waiting that you should know about Comp is given. Now, I've only seen this in VirtualBox, but it's a common issue.
all right.
It's the fact that well, it's the
And
fact that we that in the it's that the it's the performance in a VM versus a real machine may not Oh, you just passed it. Comp is config settings manager. You just passed it. Keep going back. Go back. Go back. 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 Stop right there. Config settings manager. That's what you.
Oh,
And you
oh.
also might want to get the plugins as well.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
so
because you see, folks, this is why we have on Arch Comp is easy patch because then it does all this for you.
okay. Now
Mhm.
we click apply to install everything.
Yeah. What is this?
And it's done. All right, so now we no longer need Synaptic, so we could just say goodbye with you.
Yeah.
So
And
now,
folks, if you're wondering why we're not showing how to install the browser, it's because it comes with Firefox as a snap, and to avoid controversies with that, we're just not gonna go down that rabbit hole. Right, Ricky?
exactly. Okay, so this right here, folks, is the,
Oh,
uh-oh.
uh,
Oh, it basically, we
yeah.
had a little bit of a hiccup. Don't worry, folks, everything is fine. So we're going to open up the Compes config settings manager here.
Yep.
So
And we're gonna show you a few basic settings. We're not gonna show you everything in the nook and cranny of the damn
exactly.
thing.
So
Because honestly, it would just take us a lot longer than we want to spend on that.
exactly. So I'm pretty sure the first thing, folks, that you want to know is how do you all how do you get a nice looking beautiful cube animation? Well, this thing can actually help you with that. So if you scroll all the
Yeah,
way down here, you see this little button, folks? Desktop cube.
you click that.
You click that, and provides a feature large desktop, which is also provided by do I just click the X here? Because it's saying don't.
Yeah, just a disable desktop wall is what you need, Ricky.
Oh, disable desktop wall. Okay.
Yes, yes.
All right. There we go.
There we go.
Yeah. Disable there. Now the cube is active, folks.
Yeah.
So now, what's another one that we want to do, Ben?
Okay, Expo we can keep. Rotate cube, definitely want that.
Rotate
Uh,
cube.
yes.
I believe ignore conflicts.
Hold on. Ignore resolve. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. That's why I thought. Okay. And I think maybe one more, Ben. Let's pick a good one.
Yeah, I need no, let's keep going. There's a few more things I want to look at. Go down.
Okay.
Okay. I gotta wait for the stream to catch up. Okay, okay, well this is where it gets interesting. Go back, go back. Okay, we enable the ring switcher. That's a given. So that way it's more yeah,
Where?
the ring switcher is one I always liked.
Ah, ring switcher. I see it.
Yeah, get that. Mm, um,
All right.
mm, mm,
So, what
mm.
what other ones do you want to enable?
Okay, we got that. Go up.
Okay.
Okay. Uh, enable JPEG and SVG.
Okay, enable those two. There we go.
Okay, and that's if they want to set a wallpaper in here at some
I mean, if
point.
they want
Go up.
to.
Yeah, go up. Or in the cube for that matter.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, hmm.
Okay, so we got screenshot, benchmark, thumbnail.
You don't need any of that. Okay, go to wobbly windows. That one's a given.
Oh, wobbly.
Yeah, the wobbly windows gotta have wobbly windows. I mean, you
Okay.
could.
So do I disable snapping windows for this?
Yes, that you can't have them both on at the same time.
There we go. Okay, wobbling windows is good. And as you can see, folks, woo,
Yeah. So then enable cube ref and deformation.
cube reflection and deformation.
Deformation, yes.
Okay.
Uh enable all the animations add-ons. Animations, clicks, whatever.
Okay.
Enable
Animations.
animations and all the ones related to it, I should say.
Okay, we'll do animations, animations add-ons, and animations plus.
And experimental.
And experimental, of course.
And then the last two are going to be fire paint and water effect, as well as window decoration.
Fire paint, water effect, window decoration. And disable Ubuntu Unity plugin. Yes. There we go.
Oh no! Don't do that.
All right.
Enable the Unity plugin. That's going to mess it up.
Okay. Oh,
Put that back.
there we go.
Oh, that's gonna that's. I'm sorry. That was for XFCE or another desktop. I'm sorry.
Oh, so re-enable the Ubuntu Unity plugin?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I thought. I can do that.
I messed that up for us. I'm
Don't
sorry.
worry. Oh, it's actually re-enable itself. Okay, never mind.
All right, then we can show off the comp biz.
Okay, so essentially, folks, if you're wondering how to operate the cube, I believe there's a there's a keyboard command you have to do.
It's Control Alt down, I think, and then you have to hold down your mouse, something like that.
Control Alt
Option or
down.
Option in your case, either one. Yeah. I don't know if the cube works in a VM, but we can try it. Or you can let's pull up the my nose is itchy. Go to the comp biz manager again. We gotta check the key binding.
Okay.
God, excuse me.
Don't worry, folks. It's gonna freeze here and there. Just hold on.
It's just one of those things, man. Okay, ignore that. Untick that box.
There we go. Go back in here. Yes, yes, yeah. Show warning next time. No.
Hmm. Hmm.
And it froze again.
Hmm.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, comp is being a pain in the neck.
You know what we're gonna do?
All right.
Just press OK. There we go. Okay.
Ignore it. All right.
Okay, I clicked
Comp is behave.
commands. Okay, folks, here we are. This is the key bindings area here. But I'm looking at the key bindings and I'm not seeing one for the cube.
You have to click the cube itself, Ricky.
The cube itself?
Yeah, you have to click the go back.
Okay. Okay, so I gotta. Oh, I know. Yeah, click the back button. Okay, we're back here.
Uh,
Oh,
I gotta wait for it to catch up. Hold on. Mhm.
let me know when it's caught up, Ben.
Uh, it is. Okay, go to desktop cube, I think.
St- Okay.
Mhm.
Unfold cube key, Control Alt down. That's what we just did.
Yeah, okay, then. Let's try rotate cube, I think.
Okay, so we're gonna go back
Uh,
and we're gonna go down to rotate cube,
no.
bindings, go to rotate cube. Okay, what we got here? Rotate. Okay, indicate. We got Control Alt button 1.
Right, but go back to general. There's something you need to do.
Oh,
I forgot about this part before we saved it. Hmm.
all right. So we're in general
All right,
settings.
go to edge flip pointer, turn that on,
Got it.
and then raise on a rotate.
Uh-huh.
Just enable everything
Yeah, you
except
know
for
why
zoom.
not?
That's how I did it. I mean, I don't know why it would be needed, but freak it.
All right, I think that's
I
enough
mean,
right
I
there.
don't know if that'll help, but we can try. Okay.
So,
Now one thing that might have to happen for Compass to refresh itself
mm-hmm.
is to log out and back in.
That
So close out of this. I'm just thinking. All right. Close it out. Now do a quick log off and back in.
okay. I just pressed the logout button.
Mhm.
Give it a bit, folks.
Mhm.
While we're waiting for this thing to get to the login screen, let's check the status of the live stream. Okay, live stream is going
Mhm.
good. Let me check the everything. Okay, everything seems to be a-okay. Good, good, good. Okay,
Mhm.
it seems like the login screen is frozen in some error. So I tell you what we're gonna do, folks. We're just gonna go out of the virtual machine, force it to shut
And
down,
reboot this son of a gun.
and reboot it again.
Mhm.
There we go. All right. And there we go. Let's log in. And then we gotta log in again.
Mhm.
And now we just wait for a panel to come up.
Hmm. Ricky?
Yeah,
All right, I was just making sure we're still there.
we're still live and everything. It's gonna take a little bit for Ubuntu Unity to
Load in.
load in.
Well, it could be worse. The whole install could be screwed.
Which at the same time, that wouldn't be a bad thing. I mean, that would confirm, more bug reports need to be, sent out and
Yeah,
stuff.
and I'm gonna be honest. This slow as heck login thing needs to be addressed, as far
Yeah.
as I'm concerned.
Well, I mean, it's the first initial release. I mean, this was bound to be expected upon a first initial
I
release.
mean, this is only like a first look.
Yeah, I mean, this thing only released like about 2 days, a day and a half, 2 days ago.
Yesterday, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, the iBus thingy. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna press send. There we go. Now let's try getting the cube up again. Uh,
Mhm.
no, I didn't say for you to come up. Thank you. So we're gonna do Control Alt. Well, actually, it would help, if we had some windows open too.
Yeah,
So,
something to show the
so what we're
cube.
gonna
Just set up a
do,
terminal or something.
we're gonna put up a terminal. Gonna put up a file manager. And last but not least, let's put up the Unity tweak tool. Why not? There we go. Now we got everything that we need. So now let's try this again. Control Alt down.
Yeah. Hang on.
Huh. The cube is not wanting to work. Huh. Okay, then let's do it this way. So maybe.
Hey, uh, we could also just. What the hell is up with the comp? Is I need a minute to think. Uh, are the wobbly windows working though?
Oh, let's see. Yep, they are.
Hmm.
At least I think they are. I mean, they would be more apparent, if this was a bare metal, but in a VM, I mean, the wobbly windows, they they're most likely turning up. It's just won't be able to see them properly.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Wait. Let's check the comp biz manager right quick.
yeah. Let's do that. All right, so do that. Press OK, and yep, it decided to freeze. Okay. Give it a second. It's gonna go to a black screen. Okay, at least it left us a terminal. That's very nice of it. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna go here, go back to the Compez manager here. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, so what we're gonna do, folks, is I think we go to commands and we go to oh. Ben, are you seeing this? There's literally no commands or key bindings.
No, Ricky. I know. Just hold on. Go back
Okay.
again. You're looking in the wrong area at the key bindings. Okay. Go back.
Okay.
Hmm. Wow. Remember to think.
Open up what, dude? You have something in your mouth.
Hmm. I don't know. I'm snacking. Sorry.
Oh.
All right. Go to general.
General options?
Yes.
That's what I thought. Okay. And I'm assuming key bindings?
No,
No.
desktop size.
Desktop size. Okay.
No. Mhm.
Vertical and horizontal was at 1 currently.
Oh, there's the problem. Make it 4, please, on the horizontal size.
There.
All right. Okay. Now try doing the cube again. It might be laggy, but again, it's the limitations of a VM.
Okay,
So
so
control alt down and see what the hell it does.
oh, oh, uh-oh,
Oh,
uh-oh, hello.
got cube, yay!
It's not perfect, but we can at least
It
do
worked.
we can at least do this. Okay, okay, okay.
All right.
Let's see. Let's see. Okay, so maybe if I oh, I see what we got to do. So, okay. Uh-huh. Yeah. Oh, look at this, Benny.
Yeah, yeah, it's slow, but it worked.
Uh,
Now, again, folks, the reason it's slow is because it's the limitations of a VM, guys.
yep. So basically, that's what we pretty much wanted to show off, folks, that you could get Compez somewhat working in a VM. It's not perfect,
Yeah,
but
sorry again that it took a few minutes, but comp
yep,
is not exactly a one size
yep,
fits all thing.
yep. But anyway, what are my overall final thoughts of this ISO installation? I mean, I think Rude and the team once again did a fantastic job. I mean, you got beautiful wallpaper, beautiful theming. I'm glad that in your version of the Calamaris installer that you implemented a full installation and a minimal installation. This way people could choose if they want a whole bunch of apps or hardly any apps, and they can install what they want. On the flip side, one thing I do like as well is just the overall apps that you put into um even the minimal install. I mean, I really do like that you included the Nemo file manager for one. It's one of my favorite file managers of all time.
Yeah.
It resembles very closely to Windows 7's file manager, which is one of the reasons
Mm.
why I liked it. I will have to say the settings, the way you have the settings laid out is really good. I mean, it's the Unity 7 settings area. It doesn't change really that much, but it's polished really nicely. Another thing,
Yeah,
another
I mean, Ruger did a heck of a job here. I will give him that.
yep. I also
And
want to
I'm very impressed that, all the stability it has, other than the few hiccups it had,
mhm.
here and there. I think, other than the login delay, it works fine.
I mean, it works really well. I mean, when you get logged in, I mean, you're going to be really comfortable at navigating
Yeah.
all the applications, updating your system. So I say I pretty much give this release a very solid rating here. Other than a few hiccups, it is really nicely. And I say give it a few months, let more bugs get patched and all, and I guarantee you at some point this will end up as
Yeah.
one of my top 5 Linux distros for Windows users who want to switch to Linux. Ubuntu Unity, shout out to you, Rudra. Shout out to the team you work with. You guys are awesome. I look forward to doing a review of Ubuntu 24.10 Unity in October. Can't wait to check that out. But I think, Ben, we've been rambling and stuff on here a lot. I think it's the goodest time ever to get off here. I thank you all so much for
Yeah.
watching, so much for coming. If you want to see more live streams just as much as we do, then smash that like button, ring-a-ding that notification bell, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you. The next
All right.
event that we have for April is EdoPro Dual Night Plus Open Chat, and that is on April 30th at 4 p.m. Eastern Florida time. But
Yeah.
until then, this is Yu-Gi-Oh! Master 88 and the Benny Boy here, wishing you all goodbye. See you
And
later.
TGIF people don't forget that.
Exactly. Thank you all so much for watching, so much for coming. This is Yu-Gi-Oh! Master 88 and Benny Boy saying see you later. Bye-bye,
Peace out,
everybody.
folks.
Holy